How you feeling today, Miss Coles?
Oh, doing good.
Yeah?
Yeah?
How's the start of this ride?
How's the start of it?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah?
Very good.
Started off nice and relaxed, huh?
Yeah.
Here on Highway 1 in Tamales. To my right is Tamales Bay, just north of Point Reyes. Want some water?
Actually, I think I'm good. What about you?
I'm good. I can definitely get to Samuel P. Taylor. What I have.
Carry on then.
Did we see you in Monterey a few days ago?
Not all the way in Monterey, but we started in Camp Meeker.
Camp Meeker, yeah, I saw you running through there.
Right on.
Right on, where are you headed?
Legion of Honor.
All right. How far do you think we can make it today? How much more do you got in you?
Well, Pacifica sounds like a good goal, and then we can decide from there.
Okay.
Do you know how far Pacifica is?
Not sure from here. I don't think it's that far, but
Yeah.
I'm not totally sure. We'll see.
And then after that, who knows?
Well, we've arrived in Pacifica.
Have arrived.
What's your prognosis here? What's your feeling? Are you thinking keep rolling or stay here tonight?
Let's see. Let's check the time.
Okay. I think it's after
Consult
5.
the time. Time is 5:15.
Yeah.
Still a few hours of daylight. The mileage is 100 miles.
Yeah.
So we either stay here or keep going to Half Moon Bay.
All right. Well, we're here in Pacifica. We finished the ride today. We were going to go a little further, but we wanted to leave open some options for tomorrow. There's this really fun trail that leads out of Pacifica called Planet of the Apes. Is that what it's called? It's actually called Planet of the Apes?
Yeah, it is.
Planet of the Apes. So what we were thinking of doing is maybe doing that route tomorrow and then ending in Santa Cruz, and then start from Santa Cruz and then work our way back up. So, Miss Cools, you ready for a little cup of coffee this morning?
Coffee sounds great.
Pacifica Cafe is right up here. I saw that one over there, but looks like it's still closed. How's the temperature this morning?
A little chilly.
Yeah.
Not as cold as last night.
It's a little breezy too. Oh, here it is.
Here we are.
Uh-oh. Said it was open.
Oh, it's just closed on the window.
Oh man. Well, doesn't look open. Said open online.
Yeah. We could go back to that one we passed on the way to 7-Eleven.
Yeah, let's go over there.
Okay.
That place looks pretty good.
Yeah.
This Coles doesn't need a bike lane. All right, so we're getting our day 2 start here at the Perfect Pour Cafe in Pacifica, California, and today we are going to ride down to Santa Cruz. That's our destination. We found this, there's a dirt road that goes some of the way over, I believe it's called Devil's Slide, but there's an alternate way around that on a gravel road. So we're gonna try that today and then get down to Santa Cruz, and then the next day we're thinking of just making a big loop and coming back up over the mountains in Santa Cruz. Now there's been a fire down there recently, so we're not sure which roads are open and closed, so we're just gonna go with what we're just gonna go with the flow. Okay, Miss Coles, which trail do we take here? Looks like they all go over.
What about this one?
That one?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I haven't gone that way, so.
No? Okay, we go left here? Yeah,
I think so.
Well, this sure beats Highway 1, Miss Coles.
Yeah, it does.
It's nice that this is still here.
Yeah, it's so neat that it's been, well, I would say preserved, but I wouldn't really say, well, sort of preserved. The road's falling apart.
Yeah. All right, well, we found our little connector road here. This is a trail that gets you around Devil's Slide without having to ride on Highway 1. And this is really cool. It's kind of a mixed dirt and pavement road. It's sort of a trail now. I've never ridden it before. Miss Coles was the one who suggested we take this.
Looks and sounds jungly back here.
Yeah, it does.
First one to see a wild ape buys lunch.
Sure does.
Looks like we're in another country.
Yeah, it's weird how you go from total suburbia to this wild landscape.
Yeah, that happens in the United States.
Yeah. Wow, it feels like we're in a jungle.
Yeah, the variety of plant life back here is incredible. Wow, you just got up that one-handed.
Yeah. Flowers are blooming too. It's really neat. A little foggy, otherwise I would show some of this view off to my left over here. But the fog is thick today.
Watch this. This.
Welcome to Santa Cruz.
Welcome. So what do you think? Is this going to be our turnaround point for the ride?
We'll have to talk about it over dinner.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I ate enough today. How about you?
No. I was
No.
bonking on the way down. Got here in time to see the band.
Setting up still. Tuesday night show. So what have you found for a hotel tonight, Miss Coles?
I'm trying to get the most strategic spot. There's one we passed right there that's right between this restaurant and coffee in the morning.
Perfect.
But we have to check to see if it's affordable. If it's not under $100, we have
Yeah.
to say no.
I have to say no. Miss Coles put us on a tight budget for this tour, and we're trying to do 3 hotel nights. That's it. All right, we're getting our morning start here in Santa Cruz, and we're gonna go get some coffee at this place called Verve Coffee in Santa Cruz. We are downtown Santa Cruz here on the morning of Wednesday. It's Wednesday morning, right?
Wednesday.
Yeah. Looks like they got a nice little bike lane in now. From the last time I was here, they didn't have this. It's a little better. A lot of new bike lanes here in Santa Cruz since the last time I was here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's really noticeable.
Good.
That whole bike path we came in was brand new. Have you had Verve coffee before?
Have I had Verve?
Verve coffee.
I don't think so.
No? Here, check out this. Wow.
Wow. Check out this.
Look at
This is
that.
a new way of
Identifying.
or
Oh, instead of like a sleeve.
is that what it is?
Maybe,
I was
or they were
wondering.
just.
Or they
yeah,
just thought it was nice to tie a little napkin bow on it,
little bow on
like
it.
a gift.
Yeah.
Never had that before.
I wonder if it'll be sunny up on the ridge today. So our route is we're gonna head out of town here. We're gonna ride up. What's the road called?
Empire Grave. Grave.
Empire That's where we're all gonna be soon. No, Empire Grade to China Ridge Road.
China Grave.
China Grade. And then we're just gonna try to stay on the ridge all the way to South San Francisco if we can. But we'll probably have to drop down on the east side of the mountain to either maybe like Mountain View or what was the town? San Bruno. Somewhere in there, and maybe ride from there back across the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the plan today. A few miles out of town, and we're already in this nice, quiet, open area. That was quick. I mean, yeah, there's still a few people driving by, but it feels a lot nicer than it was a few seconds ago. The redwoods are already regrowing. They come back real fast from fire, which is really cool. All right, Miss Cole, so you got us onto China Grade Road. However, could be a little problem here, and that is this road might actually be closed. Huh.
Possible.
Do we actually have an alternative, or do we have to like backtrack quite a ways?
I don't know the answer to that, unfortunately. That's why I'm feeling a little nervous.
Okay, Miss Cools. What do you think? What are the chances we're gonna make it through here?
Oh, I don't know. I'm feeling a little sick thinking about it.
I know, me too. I hate to have to ride all the way back.
We just descended down a really steep mountain.
Well, we lucked out, didn't we, Miss Cools?
Oh yeah, a couple lucky duckies.
Yeah, we just came through. The road was closed here. The gate's closed, the signs are up. But coming from the other side, there were no gates, so I guess they made it easy for the log trucks to get up here. So we snuck through this time. Miss Cools, how does that feel?
Whew, what a relief.
This is what I think is really amazing about these redwood trees, is how, look how quick they're already sprouting new growth on them, even down all the fairy rings that are going to start. It's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
This was last year. This was last fall, so not even 6 months ago.
Yeah. Somebody paved the road for us. Looks freshly paved.
Unlike last road we were on. Last road was like gravel almost.
Yeah.
Good thing you brought your gravel tires. Looks like we made it to Skyline Boulevard. It's a nice little rest stop here. Oh wow.
Whoa.
Cools, you gotta go first.
Uh-oh. Can I film you going down that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was smooth.
I think we found the end of the trail. Yeah, what happened? All of a sudden. We were having such a nice day. No, they're not. the Woodside Market. Woodside, California. Hopefully they have some food in here. So which one do you like better, Miss Coles?
The smaller one. I'll always pick the smaller one.
You like the smaller one?
Yeah.
Good choice. Good choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good find.
I feel like someone has just rolled out the red carpet for us.
Yeah, we were going to be riding right through the city of Millbrae, and then we discovered this. Good find, Miss Coles. Could you imagine if we had a bike path like this all over California?
Oh my gosh, life would feel so much different.
Yeah. Closing in on the end of day 2 here. We got stopped at Whole Foods for some vegan burritos. Oh man. Today's ride was brutal. All right, Miss Coles, we just finished up day 3. That was a pretty brutal ride. What do you think?
It was. I look like I just crawled out of a trash can. I look so messed up right now from that hard ride.
Wow, that day was hard.
What were the numbers?
The numbers were good, but it just, the numbers don't show, just the conditions of the day.
Yeah.
And just what we had to go through to find the route. Especially that one road we weren't sure if we could get through, which we did, luckily, and we got through, and that was a little stressful, so that took some energy. And then the headwinds, felt like we were in a cross headwind most of the day, where we were climbing. All the climbing was in the beginning. It was 35 miles. The first 35 miles had almost 6,000 feet of climbing. And then there was more climbing after that, but there was a lot of descending. And then it was headwind. And so it just never let up. It was a hard day.
Yeah, it was. Good, I'm glad you felt it too.
Yeah. Closing in here on our final day of the tour. Miss Cools. We had a great time, didn't we?
Sure did, Mr. Wildberry.
What would you say is what did you learn? I think we learned something on every bike tour. I think that's fair to say. Did you learn anything on this particular bike tour, Miss Cools?
I have to admit I haven't really reflected on that yet.
I have to say, I know what I learned. I know what you learned, but you haven't realized what you've learned. But I know what you've already learned.
You know what I learned?
I know what you learned, but you don't know yet. Or you just haven't reflected on it.
Yeah. You've reflected on what I've learned.
Yes. You learned. Can we tell you what you learned?
Yes.
One of the things you learned?
Oh, let's see.
This is one of the things.
Okay.
You learned that you didn't wear enough warm clothes.
Oh.
You didn't bring enough warm layers for this particular route. Well,
I have to say, I already knew I was going to be cold. I already knew I was going to be a little underdressed.
Okay.
But I just went for it anyway.
You went into it
I was trying to decide between my thin long sleeve layer and my thick one. And since we were trying to keep it as light as possible, I sacrificed my warmth for the thin layer.
Oh, okay. So you actually knew going in that you were probably under prepared for the temperatures that we might experience. Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure if you knew that or if you were hoping you had higher hopes for warmer temperatures.
No. I knew that I was going to be cold, but I knew that we were going to be staying in hotels, so I thought, well, I could probably ride through the cold.
Yeah.
And not be too miserable.
Okay.
But well, I did learn one thing.
Yeah?
I learned that the Pigeon Point Lighthouse is the tallest lighthouse on the West Coast.
Aha. Yeah, that was a good piece of trivia that we both learned. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So on the layers, what I learned about different layers is this time I brought just this warm jacket and nothing else. And so I was either too warm most of the time or too cold. I wasn't at that ideal temperature. So I kept unzipping and this jacket, and then my arms would get sweaty. And then when I would take the jacket off, I was just too cold. So I didn't have the ideal layering system either. So I learned that this particular time, I just wasn't 100% prepared layer-wise. But I was packed very light, so that was good. But one in-between layer would have been good. Let's see, what else did I learn? I learned that the southern direction is well known to be like mostly a tailwind, and it's often thought that going south is really the easy way to go because of the winds. But I have to say, I felt like I was riding a lot harder than I would have. I felt like I was riding harder than we would have ridden going south. I thought it was going to be a lot easier. Let's put it that way. A lot easier than it was. Did you notice that?
I did too. I think the wind was not totally on our back, and when the wind is blowing in any direction aside from completely straight on your back, it's hard. It
was still hard. Yeah, it was still harder than I thought. So that was something I learned. That going south doesn't guarantee it's going to be easy. And then we learned about that really cool bike path.
Yeah.
My gosh, that was so cool. That really got us through most of the peninsula off of busy streets. So the bike I was talking about was the one along the Crystal Springs Reservoir. This was something we just stumbled on. It didn't come up on any of our maps. It wasn't a suggested route. It just appeared. And I thought, well, where does that go? And we jumped on it.